glad you shared that because oftentimes we focus on what's happening on the field. Not to say that that's not important, but like you said, the team building, the camaraderie, being able to connect with people, and those parlay into being what things people look for, being teachable, being coachable. Speak to your ability, and you've kind of already spoken to it, just being teachable and coachable and how you feel you are continuing to grow, not only as a player, but as a person.
For sure. I feel like I'm a very teachable slash coachable guy. I feel like the best leaders are the ones that always want to learn and always want to see what somebody else has or see different ideas and see different outcomes and how different things work. I was blessed to have a bunch of good coaches throughout my career, like starting off with Coach Lane at Bethune-Cookman and going to Coach Hall at Western Kentucky. See, it was all different. I got like all different ends of the sword because Coach Lane was an older, more strict guy. I got to Coach Hall at Western. He's a younger guy coming into the game, and he's like even around like a few years older than us. But that's our coach. You got to listen to him. You got to learn how to work with him. Just in that type of aspect of things. And then I got blessed with Coach Callaghan when I came here to Wake. I remember when I first got here on my visit. I went down to the hotel. I see an old man with a hat sitting down. He's like, "How you doing?" I sat down. He sat down across from me. I'm waiting to meet the coach. He ain't got no Wake Forest gear on, so I'm like, okay, it's just got this old guy talking to me. Be some good conversations, things I can learn probably. And we sat there. We talked about God for like 30 minutes to an hour straight. So, and I didn't even know he was the coach yet. And I'm sitting down. I look over the balcony. I see a guy that I know from Western Kentucky, a GA, Coach Carter. He's a good dude. He leaned down. He's like, "So I see you met Coach." I was like, "Met Coach?" I was like, "Oh, that's my coach right here, Coach K." So he gave off that vibe of being like a father figure, just being a person that I can look up to and that's gonna help me and that's gonna care about the person more than the player, which I feel like that explains his personality. And that's something I've learned from a lot this year, just being able to connect on a different level. Like I remember one meeting we just sat down and instead of talking about film, football and stuff like that, he sat down everybody and we went around the room and we said two things we liked about each person and one thing we admire about them. And I probably remember that meeting. That's probably one of my most emotional meetings I've had for sure in my football career. Just being able to see what your peers think of you and let them know how you think of them. Because I always feel like it's good to give their flowers while they're still here. Let people know how you feel about them while they're still here. Because life is short, football is short. At the end of the day, you're gonna have your relationships and your memories. So I feel like just being able to connect on that aspect of person to person and not just football. And that helps me be like a good leader and be coachable, especially my mom, stuff like that. I know I told you she was a teacher, so she didn't play that anyways. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna do what my from the person that's in charge of me tell me to do, because at the end of the day, they want what's best for you.